There are many young people today who should have made much progress in their business or in life, but the reason why they've not gone far is because they are afraid. They are afraid of starting, and they also believe that they don't have what it takes to start. You are welcome to today's episode. And please don't forget to like this video, to share, and also to subscribe to this YouTube channel. All right, I want to start by saying the Moses that you know in the Bible, there's something very remarkable about that man. Moses have always had a particular rod in his hand, the rod that he has been using to, drive around sheep and all that. And there was a day that God told him and said, "What is in your hand?" God was sending him to Pharaoh. He was afraid. How do I start? How do I do all this? And then the Lord asked and said, "What is in your hand?" He says, "This is a rod." And the Lord said, "Drop it on the ground." He dropped it, it became a snake. Before you know it, the same rod that has been in the hand of Moses for a very long time. Probably you would think it's just an ordinary stick. It was that same rod that God used as a tool to part the Red Sea. Remember, God told Moses, he raised up that staff, and he raised it up, and the Red Sea parted into two. This is what many people don't know. That thing in your hands, that ability, that gift, that business that you think is small, I think, if I start, nobody will know it. It can become something very mighty tomorrow. But you see, you will not know if you don't start. So that fear of what if I start, it doesn't work, is irrational, because what if you start and it works? So it's always both sides. But people always dwell on the negative side. What if I start and nobody comes? Okay, what if you start and many people come? What if I start and it fails? What if you start and it succeeds? So that fear of starting is what is troubling so many people, because they refuse to see the potentials in what they have. It may look very small, but it is not small. A seed, as tiny, as it is, will become a very giant tree tomorrow. All right. So when you have an idea, a good business idea, start the way you can. And many people want to start on a perfect level. They want everything to be in place. They want every resources to be available. It doesn't always start like that. It doesn't always happen like that. All right. So whatever little that you have in your hands, start with something and be determined. All right. Seek counsel. Talk to people who have done well in that particular area, or just seek for good counsel, and then commence that thing that you are supposed to do. If you are consistent and if you are diligent, with the blessings of God, that thing will grow and it will become big. The Bible said, "Don't despise the days of little beginning." So we all have our days of little beginning, but you're not supposed to despise it, because that thing that looks small eventually becomes great. Even Jesus Christ said the same thing concerning the parable of the kingdom. All right, it's just like a seed that you drop, and then before you know it, it becomes something very great. Look at the kingdom of Christ today now. Look at how many believers we have in our time. Meanwhile, we just started with 12 to 120. Before you know it, 3,000 were added. Before you know it, 5,000. Now we have millions and billions of Christians all over the world. Don't despise that gift in your hand. Don't despise that business idea. You might not have the resources. You might not have all it takes for it to be, a mega company. But whatever it is, just do something. Like Moses, God said, "What is in your hand?" So I'm asking you, what is in your hand? Why are you not doing something with what is in your hand? Start something. In fact, the scriptures have promised that God is going to bless the work of your hands. So He is just waiting for you to have something to do, and then He's going to bless you. Don't be afraid. All right. There are many people who started lesser than you are about to start, and they did very well later in life. Stop focusing on the negative aspect alone. Also focus on the positive aspect, and I know you will succeed. God bless you.